Hello everyone, this is Dela Cruz and I welcome you to another video of Hosted by Tina. As a continuation of my earlier videos on job readiness, I will now present to you other nonverbal hints that you could be sending your interviewers on your big day. But before we do that, here's a recap of what I presented the last time.
We have known from our last video that there are sets of outfits that are deemed fitting for applicants and interviewees to wear. This image nicely summarizes those that are highly recommended for male and female applicants. The complete discussion of the topic is on the video with the link on the description section below.
Aside from the attire itself, you also have to consider other things that you wear, like accessories, perfume, and makeup. The appropriate wearing of these three could be summed up by the minimalist principle. Nothing too much, nor too strong. Wear a mild scent perfume. If you are not very familiar with perfumes, then it's best that you read some articles, as there are perfumes that are only suitable for daytime and others for nighttime. Should you decide to wear a scent, choose a mild scent and preferably a daytime scent. Body mists and colognes are also great alternatives. If you will accessorize your attire, choose simple accessories that are not at all glaring. For example, with earrings, settle with stud earrings. Dangling earrings have the general impression of being worn in parties and social events. Stay tuned in my channel, as in my next video, I am going to show you appropriate makeup colors and application, especially for your interview day. In the meantime, let's go through the rest of your list for your interview day.
First off is how you sit while waiting for the interviewer to call you. Expect a period of time when you have to wait for your turn, so having an extra copy of your resume and even your cover letter is always handy, both to keep you busy during this time and to have an opportunity to give it one last review. You never know the extent how a company observes and screens its applicants. I have personally experienced a system of selection that started from the moment you walk towards your interviewer's desk. With this, it is just safe to assume that some companies at this time might even begin their selection the whole time that an applicant sits on the waiting lounge. In this case, I recommend that you do not sit in the lounge as if you are chilling out in your roof deck like this. While I don't encourage that you sit stiff and very still, it's still best to assume that the selection that you are there for begins the moment you step in the company's vicinity. Just like in the manner of answering questions, your posture will give you away. Just like this gentleman in the picture. His being unprepared is painted all over him, with his hand over his mouth and the right arm coming across from right to left. It seems that he feels insecure for what is about to happen. Not to mention how informally he dressed, and with his legs crossed, exposing the sneakers in plain view. This sitting position, on the other hand, is very relaxed. It feels like he doesn't have any care at all. Just chill, waiting for the interviewer to call him. Get the interview on and over with, go home, and that's it. Not very positive impression, is it? What interviewers would like to see is a dignified looking applicant. Someone who projects professionalism, that composure that strikes the right balance between readiness and ease. It could also be some applicant who sits there the whole time with a ready smile and a bunch of patience. Notice how the man in this picture sits comfortably with full composure, despite the clock hitting past lunchtime at 12:10, with him still in the waiting room. This man's total nonverbal expression seems to say, "Hello, it is my pleasure to be here today." The rule: sit nicely and with ease, with your feet flat on the floor or comfortably crossed. Maintain your composure and smile. Remember, you might be on camera. Then the door to the interview room opens. A gentleman in a suit smiles at you and the rest of the applicants and called out your name. It's time to walk towards the interview room. It could be nerve-wracking, I know. But don't make it too obvious with out-of-balance steps. What you need to do is maintain the ease in carrying yourself, your shoulders more importantly. Approach your interviewer with steady steps and with this kind of grace as you make your way to the room. Compare the last picture with this one. How does this appear to you? Looks like she is ready to run back home, did you say? I totally agree. Not a promising gesture and posture at all. And look how impressive it is to see someone who carries herself like this. Put yourself in the interviewer's shoes. Do you like what you are seeing? Then by all means, be someone who carries herself like this on that day. Then, the interview starts to roll. If there is a desk between you and the interviewer, the best position is you directly facing the interviewer. As the female applicant in the picture presents her body language, slightly lean forward while carrying on with the interview. This shows your keen engagement in what you are doing. You may also use small hand gestures in pointing out details in your answer. But this is mostly used when trying to justify an explanation or stressing a reason. All through the interview, maintain that pleasant facial expression. Looking your interviewer in the eye, both when listening and answering the questions. At no point in the whole duration of your interview should you display gestures of confusion, stress, or surrender. Remember that you came to them to win. Then the interviewer finally put his pen down, pushed his chair back, and stood up. He offers you his hand and say, "Thank you for your time." Then you know it's time for that closing pleasantries of your job interview, the handshake. Remember to give it a good angle, with your arms just slightly outstretched and not stiff. Just like this. Notice the angle of the forearm and the elbow. This gives you a very nice posture compared to this one. Before I end these series of images, let me know your thoughts on these 5 applicants. Who would you most likely choose if you were to select one of them by the nonverbal message that they send alone at this point? Let me know in the comments section below, and let's see who will have the highest vote.
Thank you for having me on your screens today. That concludes this presentation video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit on that notification bell for more contents and features just like this one. Once again, this is Dela Cruz of Hosted by Tina. Ta-da!